Hey there, Days fans. Welcome back to our channel for another massive dive into the drama, the deception, and the downright jaw-dropping twists of Salem. Today is a gorgeous day, but things are getting incredibly dark and twisted in the soap world. Grab your coffee, because we have a mind-blowing theory to discuss today that is going to shake the very foundations of two legacy families. Are you guys ready for this? Because I am absolutely losing my mind over the latest rumors swirling around the internet. Let's be real for a second. We all know that in Salem, death is basically just a temporary vacation. But the rumor we are unpacking today is so wild, so incredibly dramatic, that it feels like classic Days of Our Lives returning to its absolute peak. We are talking about the one and only Stefan DiMera. That's right. The rumor mill is buzzing with the storyline that Stefan is not actually dead, and he is about to make a grand cinematic return in the most unexpected place imaginable, Monte Carlo. Can you believe it? Now, before we get into the nitty-gritty of the poker tables and the billions of dollars at stake, we have to talk about the mastermind behind this entire fake death. Who else could pull off a stunt this grandiose, this manipulative, and this deeply unhinged? Vivian, of course. I mean, that's crazy, right? But is it really? This is Vivian we are talking about, the woman who famously buried Carly Manning alive and laughed about it. A lot of fans think that Dr. Rolf is the only one who can orchestrate a resurrection, but I actually think Vivian faking Stefan's death makes so much more psychological sense. She is fiercely, terrifyingly protective of her son. In her twisted mind, the only way to protect Stefan from the relentless crosshairs of his DiMera enemies was to take him off the board entirely. She faked his death, stashed him away, and has been pulling the strings from the shadows while the rest of Salem mourns. Amazing! But here's the kicker, and this is where the story gets incredibly juicy. While Vivian was hiding Stefan away, his massive fortune, his entire legacy, fell into the hands of his grieving widow, Gabi Hernandez. Oh, Gabi. My heart breaks for her, but I also have to passionately defend her survival. I absolutely love Gabi. She is ruthless, she's a fighter, and she doesn't just sit around crying. She took that DiMera inheritance and started making major power moves. But her latest move? Giving a massive chunk of that money to Philip Kiriakis. Yes. You heard me right. Gabi gave Philip a staggering amount of Stefan's money to place a high-stakes bet to save Titan Industries. I think this move by Gabi was a huge mistake, but I understand the psychology behind it. Gabi wants leverage. She knows that Titan is bleeding out, and if she can be the one to save the Kiriakis empire, she effectively owns Philip. But let's brutally analyze Philip for a second. I have never been a huge fan of Philip's business acumen. Let's be totally honest. The man is a walking disaster when it comes to running a corporate empire. He has spent his entire life living in the massive, intimidating shadow of his father, the legendary Victor Kiriakis. Philip is desperate. He is deeply insecure. He wants to prove to the ghost of Victor and to the entire town of Salem that he is a true Kiriakis type. And how does he decide to do that? By taking $200 million of DiMera money to an underground, high-stakes poker game in Monte Carlo. It is a spectacular recipe for an absolute disaster. Picture the scene with me, you guys. We are in a glamorous, dimly lit, ultra-exclusive casino in Monte Carlo. The James Bond vibes are off the chart. The crystal chandeliers are glowing, the champagne is flowing, and Philip Kiriakis is sitting at the velvet poker table, sweating through his custom tuxedo. He is confident. He is arrogant. He truly believes he is about to win the ultimate jackpot and bring $200 million back to Salem to save Titan and cement his legacy. He pushes Gabi's Stefan's money, into the center of the table. He thinks he is the smartest guy in the room. And you won't believe what happens next. The dealer asks for the final reveal. The mysterious opponent sitting across the table, whose face has been hidden in the shadows of the casino all night, finally leans forward into the light. The smirk. The tailored suit. The sheer, unadulterated DiMera arrogance. It's Stefan. Boom. Just imagine the absolute shock, the pure terror draining the color from Philip's face. Stefan DiMera is alive. He is sitting across from Philip in Monte Carlo, and he is there to win back every single penny of his own money. This is exactly the kind of high-stakes, international espionage and glamour that we have been missing on the show for the past 5 to 10 years. Do you guys remember when Stefano DiMera used to orchestrate these massive, global games of cat and mouse? When the DiMera and Kiriakis feud wasn't just fought in boring boardrooms, but across oceans, with billions of dollars and actual lives on the line? Stefan showing up in Monte Carlo is a direct, beautiful callback to the golden era of the DiMera-Kiriakis war. Stefano and Victor used to tear each other apart just like this. Now, the next generation is picking up the mantle. Stefan versus Philip. It is absolute soap opera poetry. Let's dive deep into Stefan's motivations here. Why Monte Carlo? Why a poker game? Why not just march back into Salem and announce he's alive? Because Stefan is a predator. He loves the hunt. He knows exactly what Philip is trying to do. Stefan isn't just there to get his money back. He is there to utterly humiliate a Kiriakis. By beating Philip at the poker table, taking back his $200 million, and leaving Philip completely bankrupt and broken, Stefan is effectively destroying Titan Industries in one single night. He is hitting Philip where it hurts the most, his ego and his father's leg. But wait, the psychological fallout of this plot twist is going to be nuclear when the news finally reaches Salem. How is Gabi going to react? A lot of fans think she will just fall right back into his arms because Stabby is endgame, but I actually think she is going to be absolutely furious. Think about the trauma she has endured. Think about the tears she shed. To find out that her husband was alive this whole time, and that Vivian, the mother-in-law from hell, orchestrated the whole thing and kept her in the dark, Gabi is going to go on a warp. I would not want to be Vivian Alamain when Gabi Hernandez gets her hands on her. The betrayal is just too deep. Yes, the passion between Stefan and Gabi is legendary, but the trust is completely shattered. Stefan is going to have to do some serious groveling to win his queen back. And we cannot talk about Stefan's return without looking at the current explosive landscape of the DiMera family back in Salem. Right now, EJ DiMera thinks he is the undisputed king of the castle. As we know from the latest timeline updates, EJ is currently knee-deep in his own massive scandals. He is running illegal experiments in the DiMera tunnels, keeping a dying Lexi Carver in a pod, and he is about to face the absolute wrath of Holly and Nicole when they find out he planted those drugs. EJ is distracted. He is arrogant. He is playing God. Stefan returning right now is the ultimate blindside. Imagine EJ, completely battered by Nicole's fury, suddenly turning around to see Stefan walking through the doors of the DiMera mansion with $200 million in cold, hard cash that he just won from Philip Kiriakis. Stefan will have the money, the power, and the momentum to instantly challenge EJ for the CEO chair. EJ's entire empire is already crumbling because of his lies to Holly and Nicole, and Stefan will be the wrecking ball that finally brings it all down. I absolutely love this dynamic. The sibling rivalry between EJ and Stefan has always been electric, but with EJ weakened and Stefan returning as a triumphant, wealthy ghost, the power shift is going to be legendary. What do you guys think about this prediction? Is it too wild, or is it exactly the kind of jaw-dropping cliffhanger that Days of Our Lives needs right now? Do you think Philip stands a chance, or is Stefan going to eat him alive at that poker table? And most importantly, how do you think Gabi will react when she sees Stefan's face again? Drop your thoughts, your theories, and your wildest predictions in the comments below. I read every single one of them, and I can't wait to debate this with you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our deep dives into the dramatic world of Salem. Until next time, stay soapy, my friends.